Well, good afternoon and welcome. I am Steve Bracety, your host for today's podcast show. Joining me is my dear friend, Lion Roar, Katherine Anderson from Yavapai College, the American Job Center.
Yes.
Katherine, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you, Steve.
So today we're going to talk about the job fair in Prescott Valley. Mm-hmm. When is it?
It is right around the corner, September 10th, just a couple weeks away.
Mm-hmm. And over at the Findlay Toyota Center.
Findlay Toyota Center, yes.
And, for people who this will be their first exposure into the workforce, what can they expect from this job fair?
This job fair is one of our big ones. I'm always very excited to talk about this one. We have right now 46 companies that are going to be attending, and that's a big number to have in one location. So when they walk in, what they can expect is they're going to walk in, they're going to be greeted by a bunch of us welcoming them to the job fair. Little quick check-in process, and then they get to walk in to, what could be ice, basketball floor, grass for the what's our Wranglers.
Wranglers.
Yeah. So all the sporting stuff is gone. And now it is just tables of exhibitors there to welcome you and talk to you about the positions that they have open. And they want to talk to them. They want to explain to them, what their openings are, talk to them about their company, how they could best meet their needs. And they're very receptive and welcoming. So there's nothing to be scared of. If you're a job seeker and you've never attended one before and you're like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to say, it's okay.
But what's important is they're speaking with the key decision makers who decide who to hire or not, correct?
Yes. So sometimes, or for the most part, these are going to be your HR directors, your HR recruiters. And every once in a while, if it's a smaller company, it could actually be the owner of a company. In that sense, you don't know who you're going to be meeting. But yes, it is the decision makers either way, whether it's a recruiter or the owner, that's a decision maker.
That's really critical. That's good. So there's a lot, you said 46 industries represented, right?
Yes. And all industries, you name it, it's going to be there. So there's something for everybody. We have education, manufacturing, law enforcement, city government, state government,
tourism,
hospitality, everything is represented.
And what's some good tips for your prospective job seekers out there that you would recommend?
One is just prepare for the job fair. And we'll be giving you more information, but the information is all available on our website of the companies who are going to be attending. So you go on, find out if there's somebody that really sparks your interest. And you're like, hey, I like that company, or I've always wanted that position. Go on and research that company. Find out more about who they are, what they've been doing, what that position entails. So when you go meet with them at the job fair, you can impress them. They're like, wow, they did their homework. They know about us. And then we say dress for success. And people,
it's a good catchphrase.
Yes, they hear that and they think, oh, that means suit and tie. It doesn't mean suit and tie. And especially in a rural area like this, it just means a nice pair of pants. Could be even a pair of jeans, but no holes. Clean pair of jeans. And, a good, nice shirt. And some, we do tell people that could be a t-shirt. If that's what you have, it's okay, but not a t-shirt with words all over it or holes. You need to look presentable. If you're going to go out to dinner, maybe, what would you wear if you were going out to a nice dinner? And again, not a suit and tie, but you wouldn't wear, your jeans with holes all over them, right, or a t-shirt that's got, last year we did have someone that walked into the job fair with a t-shirt that had profanity all over it.
Oh boy.
And as soon as they walked in, I was like, okay, that's not making a good impression on an employer. So that's not what you want to wear to a job fair. And also you don't want to look like you just rolled out of bed, because we've had those people walk in as well. They're in their pajamas, wearing slippers. And these employers are picturing you working for their company and what you might show up dressed in on day one. And if that's how you're showing up at the job fair, they're going, okay.
This is your Sunday best, basically, right?
Your Sunday best.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you don't have the clothes and you're like, well, I don't have any of that. What do I do? There are companies, there are resources in town that can help with that. So you just have to reach out and we can point you in the right direction.
Do you recommend bringing a resume or not?
Absolutely bring a resume. Okay. And we would say at least 10 copies. And when I work with people, I always tell them, you need to have a different resume for every company you're hiring for. In this day and age, That's true. At a job fair, we break those rules and we say just bring in 10 copies of a resume. Now, if you've done your homework in advance and you know who's going to be there, then yes, you could have different copies.
You could tailor to a specific
You could
company.
tailor your
Correct.
resume.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you just at least bring in 10 copies, even if it's more of a generic resume, that's better than nothing.
Now, the job fair is, again, September 10th
Yes.
at the Findlay Toyota Center.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of parking. But let's say there's someone who's new to the workforce or just starting to re-engage again, and they don't have a car to get there. Is there other transportation modes available?
Yes. Actually, we have wonderful news.
Great segue, huh?
Yes. Great segue. Just actually confirmed this information today. If you're in Prescott Valley, Simpo and Yavapai are going to offer free transportation to and from the job fair.
That's very kind of them.
It is, yes, it's wonderful. So if you're listening to this and you're like, wow, I'd love to go. I'm on the opposite side of Prescott Valley, but I don't have a way to get there. Yes, you do. Yavapai can come pick you up and take you to the job fair that day and bring you back home. And we will have more information about this coming out in next week. And we'll be sharing that, on our social media. All our job fair partners will be sharing that as well. Simpo will be sharing that. So you can just be on the lookout for the info.
Send me some information. I'll post it on our website too, as well, in our social media channels. We've talked about the website, the job fair website. What is that address, by the way?
It is ycredc.com/events, and they just have to look for Prescott Valley Job Fair.
Yavapai College Regional Economic Development Center.com.
Yes.
But you specifically, you're a career navigator.
Career navigator.
That's an awesome title, by the way.
Yeah, it's a good title. It sums up what I do. So I help people who are looking for work or not sure which direction they should be going. Maybe they got laid off from their employer, or, I've been doing this all my life and now I'm like, I'm over it. Ready for a career change. I help with all of that. Or if a young adult, someone in school, and that goes down even to like high school age, not sure what I want to do when I grow up, I can help with that as well. And of course, the job fairs.
Of course, job fair. But you're actually a game changer. You make differences in people's lives for the better.
Yeah.
Kudos to you.
I love that. That's the fun part about my job.
Have you ever had like a great success story to share whereby you met someone that came to you, you got them a job, and they came back, years later and say, hey, thank you so much for that?
I do actually. I haven't, not years later, but I had someone I was working with, and he actually had a career in law enforcement, and he was retired at that point from law enforcement, and he wanted to change careers into being an academic advisor, actually. And he came to me and he's like, I'm not having luck. I'm like, what's going on? And we took the time to sit down and refocus the resume, refocus the cover letter to show that he did have the skills that they were looking for. It was actually a position at Embry-Riddle, and he had the radar skills. Law enforcement has radar skills. We just had to take the time to show that and recreate it on his resume and cover letter to get them to see that he did have it.
Good.
And after we recreated the resume, recreated the cover letter before he would submit it, and he'd never hear from him again. We did that, and he emailed me. He's all, I got a call back. And then it went quiet for a little while, and I didn't hear from him. And I'm like, what's going on? So I reached back out to him, and I'm like, hey, how did that go? And he goes, I'm starting next week.
Oh, wonderful. That's
awesome.
Awesome.
It was a wonderful, and he did tell me I could share that story.
Okay.
So wonderful. And then I knew someone else that worked there and shared an office area with him. And she's like, he's always talking wonderful things about you.
You have a great job.
Yeah, I do. I love my job.
How'd you land as a career navigator? Not to put a pun in there, but I did. How'd you find that spot?
Well, when I actually joined Yavapai College, I first started out as more of a office assistant for both the Small Business Development Center and Regional Economic Development Center. And I'm not kidding you when I tell you, I came in and there was a typewriter on the desk. Person before me was still using a typewriter.
Oh boy.
And I was like, no, this is not happening. I immediately took the typewriter, put it up on a top shelf, and there was no directions, no instructions on anything I was doing. So I was learning as I went. And I was like, I want to do more. And the director I had at that time had said we were going to start assisting with job fairs. Assisting, not taking over, not running, just assisting. And there was something about them that within a year or two, I didn't purposely do it, but I was running the job fairs. All of a sudden, everybody was coming to me and saying, okay, now what? What are we doing next? And I don't even remember how that transition happened, but now I became, they call me the job fair queen.
Rightfully so.
So I started leading the job fairs. And as I did that, I just took over even starting to learn more about resumes and cover letters. I became a certified career coach, and I just found a passion. And so my position began to morph that direction, and I just started moving up that way. And yeah, it's what I love.
You exude that, actually. I mean, you are the perfect fit for what you do.
Yeah. I don't mean that. Yeah. Like, yeah. No, I mean, I do. This is really what I enjoy.
You got the passion for it, for sure. Why not get that out there? Absolutely. Good for you.
Thank you.
46 companies coming.
Yes.
On September 10th from 3 to 6.
3 to 6. And yes, that first half hour, 3 to 3:30 is our early admission.
Okay.
And that's for veterans, anybody with disabilities, and what we call our older job seekers, or a friend of ours calls them seasoned job seekers.
Life experience. I think I fall into that category.
I'm getting closer to falling in there.
Look at you take the high road. So you mentioned a mission. It's free to the public, right?
Free to the public.
Perfect.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
No charge. If you're a job seeker, just head on over there. No charge. And you don't have to register in advance if you're a job seeker.
You can just walk in.
You can just walk in. We have a quick little 1-minute registration process. No personal information you're giving up. It's just, we'd like to know, how did you hear about us? What's your zip code? It's all tracking data for planning for future events.
Right. For whether you should do it for next year or not, basically.
Yes.
How much, what's the attention looking for, anticipating?
Typically in this event, we have between 300 and 400 job seekers. Closer to the 400.
That's a good
range.
Size.
It is a really good size. So if you're a company hearing this, and it is getting close to registration being cut off.
You got a captive audience, so I'll tell you.
You have a captive audience. Mm-hmm. And these are people that are really, truly looking for positions. They're not just, hey, I see something going on, let me go in. And
right.
No, these are people looking for jobs. This is a very hard job market right now. Mm-hmm. And so when they hear 46 companies that they know they can get in front of at one time, they're in. They want to go find out what's going on in there and what potential opportunities are available for them. Look
at the company list, and there's some big players here for sure. I mean, very reputable companies, not just for a job, but you can have a career.
Yes.
You can get a livable working wage and really have a family and like make this your home.
Yes, absolutely. And I added these up the other day, and this was even before we had more companies sign up, and it was just over 1,000 openings between all these companies.
Wow.
So there's something for everybody in there.
If you want a job, you can find one here for sure.
You could find something here. And if you're looking at it and I'm just going to pick Common Spirit Health, and you're going, I'm not a nurse, I'm not a doctor. They have hundreds of positions open. There's something in there for everybody. Maybe they have a security position open, or something in accounting or human resources. I don't know. I don't have the list in front of me, but they're not just nursing and doctors. I used to work there long time ago, and I was in human resources. So I know that they have something for everybody over there. And same thing with the county. The county has a little bit of everything in there. And we have 2 representatives from the county. We have both human resources that is going to be representing a lot of positions. And then the sheriff's office is going to have their own booth. So they're covering law enforcement and a little bit of everything at the job fair. So something for everybody.
It's a very true point you make, because when I worked in hotels, people thought it's either, front desk people or housekeepers. That's all you have available. No, there's cooks, there's engineers, there's marketing, there's a whole sales department, there's a whole accounting department. I mean, it's a big umbrella. So Common Spirit, Dignity Health, the parent company's Common Spirit, they have many different facets and departments to run that hospital.
Yes. Exactly. And I remember there was one year, Fan Contracting, they hired somebody for an IT position at the job fair. So again, you're thinking Fan Contracting, that's just going to be road work. What's the next project? No, they came there and hired an IT person, and at the job fair. So it wasn't that they were just hiring and it happened to, the next week. No, they hired someone from the job fair in an IT position.
And that's a specific skill set that you need to have, those tangible skills to work in computers for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have those skills. I can add in Excel.
I could turn on a light switch. That's about it.
Yeah,
Electrical engineering skills. So if you don't have a car, we can get you there by transportation from Simple and Yavapai. Perfect. And we go to your website for all that information.
Yes, and we'll add the information about Yavapai next week as soon as we get it.
Okay.
But all the companies that are attending, the positions that they have available will all be on the website. And that was ycredc.com/events.
/events.
And just look for Prescott Valley Job Fair. And I was just going to say something that just disappeared. I'm sure it wasn't important.
It'll come back to you. It'll circle back.
Well, and no charge.
Free admission. Perfect.
Free admission, yes. And companies, if you're listening, your registration deadline's rapidly approaching, like really, really quick, like less than a week. I may let you in if I'm nice.
You're nice. You'll let them in.
Of course I will.
But we don't want to do that though, right?
No,
we want to know ahead of time.
We want to know ahead of time.
Well, you got to get the tables and chairs and such. Yeah.
We have to let Findlay know how many people are coming.
So I always like to close the show with a question. And there's no right or wrong answer.
Okay.
So I'll take the stress off you for a second. It's just to gauge where your mindset is.
All right.
Okay? If you could teleport to any point in time, where would you go and who would you meet and why?
Wow. That's a really good question. If I could teleport anywhere in time, who would I meet and why? You're making me think.
Uh-oh.
Like at different points in my life, that would have a different answer to it. I know I'd want to go back in time.
Okay.
I'd want to go back.
Would you change your path or would you predate you?
Oh, I'd predate me.
Okay, good.
Like, I think I'd want to go back and meet Abraham Lincoln.
Why? Nice. He's one of my favorite heroes, actually, him and Churchill.
Yeah, just the time he lived in, and he had a lot of weight on his shoulders and an unfortunate ending to him.
Right. Tragic.
But, just different time. And just to talk to him and like experience what he was going before the ending, but just how did you handle it all? What were you thinking? What was going on? The pressures that you were having to deal with and how you went from, did you ever think you were going to be president and put in that situation? And I don't know why, but I think I'd like to talk to Abraham Lincoln.
He's an example of great leadership. There's a book written by Doris Kearns Goodwin, A Team of Rivals, and how he picked for his cabinet all his political rivals because he respected their ability, their intelligence to do what's right for the country, and how he gathered all these individuals, all A-type personalities, mind you, all wanted his job, that he was able to correlate and create this dynamic team for the good of the country. So that really impressed me about him.
Yeah.
Read a book, Team of Rivals.
Team of Rivals.
Team of Rivals, yeah. It's really good.
All right, I will. I'll check that out.
Awesome. Well, folks, that is all for today. I'm here with Katherine Anderson, your career navigator. Great title. From the American Job Center. Looking forward to seeing you all at the Job Fair in Prescott Valley on September 10th. And that's at the Findlay Toyota Center. Free admission. And if you need transportation will be available.
Yes.
Thank you. Look forward to seeing you next week. Take care and have a great weekend.